Hello, Pirate Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Anchor Podcast with Dr. Brandon Hubbard, where we aim to keep you inspired, informed, and anchored in what's happening in Chilton ISD. I'm your host, Dr. Brandon Hubbard, and today we have some very special guests, members of the Chilton ISD BBQ Club. Before we begin the podcast, though, we want to thank our sponsor for today, Mosby's Land Management Service. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Mosby's Land Management Service, your go-to experts for tree service, land clearing, and demolition, right-of-way maintenance, and road building and dirt work. Whether you're starting fresh on a new property, clearing space for development, or need professional groundwork, contact Mosby's Land Management Service, where they deliver reliable, experienced service every time. Contact them today for quality you can count on. All right, let's jump into the podcast with our BBQ Club. Let's tell the listeners who you are.
I am Josiah Rivera, and I am the 8th grader on the junior high BBQ team.
Okay.
My name is Samantha Ortega, and I'm one of the seniors on our high school BBQ team.
My name is Slade Rodriguez, and I am the high school and junior high pitmaster / coach for Chilton ISD.
So first, Mr. Rodriguez, number one, you're a Chilton ISD alum,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So what is it like coming back and starting this program in Chilton ISD?
It's great. Honestly, it's coming back home, seeing kids who are invested, seeing kids who I know their cousins, their aunties, their uncles, their mothers, their dads, and creating opportunities for them here at Chilton ISD, which I know is something you're really big about, and thinking something that's outside the box. I mean, a couple of years ago, whenever I heard high school barbecue competition, I was like, what? There's an actual thing for that? That's my alarm to be a teacher. But I mean, finding the fact is that I can create opportunities, share something I'm passionate about with students here of Chilton ISD, and then just cooking for the community, cooking for family members, friends. Because, I mean, there's nothing really that brings people together like barbecue in Texas.
That's it. And many of us love to eat. So let's start with you, Samantha. What interested you? What attracted you to the BBQ Club?
Well, during the open house, I saw the sign-up sheet, and I was just interested because I've never done anything extracurricular-wise. I'm not into sports, and I'm not in the art club or anything like that because I do dual credit. And I saw that Slade was doing it, and he's related to my boyfriend's family, so I was like, I'll give it a try, and
Okay.
I signed up.
All right. Josiah, what about you?
Well, Slade told me about it at one of our family gatherings because he's my uncle, and he told me about the competitions and nationals and state, and it just excited me to be a part of something where I'll connect with people that I normally don't talk to outside of classrooms and stuff.
So, what have you gained from being a part of the BBQ team? What do you think you can take from this experience into life?
How to serve people. Definitely that. I've learned how to show little kids, like younger than me, how to do something that was difficult for myself.
Okay.
I got great teaching experience.
Okay. What about you, Samantha?
I definitely I gained more experience in serving people. Not only that, it gives me a great sense of community. It helps us learn how to work and collaborate with others that we wouldn't normally be like speaking to or working with, and it really just gives us it prepares us for the real world, I would say.
Okay, so there's some exciting things happening with the BBQ Club. It's the first year, but there's some exciting things happening. So, Mr. Rodriguez, kind of tell us where we are with the BBQ Club and competitions and what's coming up.
Yes, sir. Well, in case if you haven't heard, but this year was our inaugural year, and both the high school and junior high teams have punched their tickets to cook and represent the state of Texas at the national level in Kansas City, Kansas this summer, June 2nd through the 6th. So that's something I'm really excited about and very happy that our kids were able to get it within their first year.
That's amazing. So how many teachers, how many students are making the trek to Kansas City, pulling pits and everything?
Well, currently Texas is the biggest. We have 35 schools representing the state of Texas against states like Missouri, New Mexico, Florida, Oklahoma. And I even think we got a few, I think Kansas is in the league now. And then next year there's schools going to be in Tennessee, California, Washington State. So it's growing more and more every year. Every year we get an additional 2 states, and those 2 states bring in 5-10 teams to represent them. And, well, they try to challenge Texas barbecue, but right now, for the last 5 years, Texas barbecue has been the reigning national champion.
All right, and we hope to bring that championship to Chilton ISD in the very near future.
Yes, sir, and it's something great, something I'm very passionate about and extremely happy. Like the kids here at Chilton, they did something I have never been able to do in my other district teaching. This year, I have had every single kid get a top 10 cook. And
Oh, wow.
Some of them have even gotten 2 top 10 cooks. And you're competing against schools of all classifications, from 2A to 6A to even private schools. Every kid on our team has gotten a top 10 in something. And, well, that brings me now to my next transition, Miss Samantha Ortega, because she's gotten 2 top 10 calls.
All right, all right.
Yes.
So what were your top 10 calls in?
So we competed at La Vega recently, and I placed 3rd in the chicken.
Okay.
And then in our last competition, we were competing in state. I placed 7th in chicken amongst 105 other teams competing.
Wow. That's awesome. Kudos to you, Samantha.
Thank you.
And have you made a plan to share your chicken with us here?
Well, currently we're not able to disclose those recipes to the public.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll let you make it. What about you, Josiah?
I think I placed 6th
Taylor, yes.
at Taylor,
Okay.
and
And what was that in?
ribs.
Ribs. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
my favorite. All right. Good, good. Well, I've heard that our barbecue team has done something that a lot of other barbecue teams haven't. And most of the teams that are going to nationals have their pits commercially made. In Chilton, our students, our welding club, and some of our barbecue students, they built our pit from nothing.
Yes.
So talk to us a bit about that.
Well, it was when I knew it was coming back to Chilton. I also knew Chilton had a welding program, and I spoke to you. I was like, "Hey, if you got a welding program, it's gonna make it so much easier because we won't have to buy commercial pits, we won't have to buy barrel smokers." So I got to it. My brother, he found we'll just say a pile of scrap on a trailer, and we brought it in, and the kids were able to turn it into what is known as the first high school barbecue pit that our kids made this year. And it's great. It has an insulated firebox. It has a collapsible smokestack. It's rolling on trailer tires, moves so easy, and boy, can it cook.
All right, all right. So did you guys have any hand in building that pit? I know y'all got some certifications and things.
Yes.
So what
Yes,
hand
sir.
did you have with that?
So me and my friend Guadalupe, we weren't normally into welding, but I really like to thank Mr. Kelly because he pushed me and her to be certified in tact welding, and that let us be able to help the welders build the pit. And it means a lot more cooking on something that we put time and effort into making.
Excellent, excellent. So you have several certifications, Samantha. So kind of tell us, what are you certified in?
Yes, sir. I have my food manager certification. I have my regular food handler certification. And then tomorrow I will be taking my meta certification and my business certification as well. And then I am tact welding certified as well.
So by the time you leave here in a few weeks, you will have at least 5 certifications.
Yes, sir.
That you are able to take into the real world.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me.
Excellent.
A lot of it I owe to the BBQ Club because they pushed me to do all of these certifications. And like I never would have gotten my managers. I never would have been certified in welding. Slade would have never pushed me to do the meta certification. It's a lot of stuff like that that comes from the BBQ Club that I'm really thankful for, and I'm glad that I joined.
Excellent. So Josiah, You're an eighth grader,
Yes, sir.
and you already have a certification. Tell us about that.
It's a food handler certification, so I'm able to handle food at
Okay.
the
At the competitions, and,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's amazing. So there aren't many eighth graders that get IBC and industry-based certifications. So you are a trailblazer. So kudos to you for doing that in middle school. Guys, tell us, you're going to nationals. How do you feel about that?
I'm really excited. And I mean, I believe we deserve this. We worked our way from the bottom of nothing all the way up here. I think we really deserve it. And especially my teammates, they help in every single aspect. We help each other. Barbecue, it's nothing but community, teamwork, collaboration, helping each other. And I would like to mention that my other two teammates, Guadalupe, she did grand champion in Chile whenever we went to Taylor. And Taylor, we were competing in their school. They swept every single top spot except for Chile.
Oh, wow.
So I love
Wow.
that for her. And then our very first competition, Sanon, he placed grand champion in ribs. And it was the best debut ever for Chilton.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Josiah, anything about Kansas that's exciting?
Well, the hotel's exciting me. Getting to cook with people that push their ticket in their state, just high level teams, and showing that we got there. Just
Okay.
Good.
All right. Good. Slay, Mr. Rodriguez. Are there any final words or summative thoughts that you have as it relates to the BBQ Club and what's happening with this experience in Chilton ISD?
Honestly, I'm just so glad that I have students who are willing to commit, students that are willing to buy in, and students that are willing to put in the work. I mean, because the students can tell you, I've put them through the ringer this year with feeding staff, doing catering events. Like when we fed what was it? How many grilled cheeses we made for the grilled cheese? When we were testing our recipe, 108 or 110 different grilled cheeses. Having them prep 40 pounds of lollipops. Having them also break down and trim 28 racks of ribs. Let's see what else.
The brisket.
On the briskets, where we cooked 15 briskets, and then when we came back from state, we jumped right on the pit and we trimmed another 10 briskets for the sports banquet and threw them on the pit overnight to have them served by 5 p.m. How many schools can say that they would have kids who would do that willingly, come back from a 13-hour cook and then do some overnight cooking to feed our athletics and coaches at the sports banquet? It just shows about the tenacity and grit that Chilton kids have, that work ethic to where they want something and they're going to go out and get it. Because I remember I told them, like, guys, we come back from state, you're going to have to do a cook. Y'all sure y'all want to do that? And all the seniors were like, yeah, let's do it. I was like,
Right.
All right, then we'll go ahead and do it. And so it's just great to see that the caliber of kids here and the amount of effort they put in. And as for my seniors, I'm very proud of them and I'm very happy for them, because I realized that after Taylor, I was like, their first ever cook-off, they got 4th place overall, and that was against 35 teams in Bryan. And their last cook-off, that regional cook-off that they ever had, they got 4th place against another 25 teams. So they had that consistency. And so
Excellent.
it's just good seeing that, hey, our kids are there and they can compete with anyone at any level. And my goal is to make Chilton a barbecue dynasty for other schools to know, like, hey, if you want to go to nationals or if you want to win a regional competition and you see that CP logo up there, you already know you got an uphill battle.
Definitely. Well, there you have it, Pirate Nation, directly from our barbecue team and our pit master, our in-house pit master, Chilton ISD alum, Mr. Slade Rodriguez. This represents one of the many organizations that we're trying to incorporate into our Chilton ISD school community to make sure that every student has a place to fit in. Every student has a place to belong. Every student has a family and a place to compete to better themselves. We're not only teaching barbecue, but we're encouraging students to earn certifications. We're encouraging students to turn their passions into paychecks. That's important in this world, in this society, and in this economy. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Anchor Podcast with Dr. Brandon Hubbard. If you like this episode, please subscribe and leave a review. Remember, every connection can help you reach your goals. Keep connecting, keep growing, keep refusing to sink. See you next time, Pirate Nation.